Welcome back. As you know, I'm the creator of Whack Your Boss and Duty Man, and I often just start drawing. It's more like a journal. It's just sort of how I feel. I'm narrating this a few days later. I guess on this particular day, I felt maybe a little sad, I guess, or maybe just not very energetic. And so that's what I drew. Now I move him over to the left thinking I'm beginning to get a plan on where I want this to go. And there's a moment here where it's a little close to the choices on where to put the belly and how to have the hand. See, to have the hand touching the belly like that, I don't really like that. I like it when everything is nice, a nice clear silhouette. So here's what I do. Now the belly's sticking out and we've got a nice little silhouette. He could be standing on a pedestal, the winner of the most depressed guy in the world award. Or he's standing on like a diving board and he's got, he's maybe on his way into hell. Now, when I moved him over to the left, I did start to think that I thought maybe a progression of him moving from left to right would be interesting. So I wind up going with that. And I was thinking about the classic motif that we all know about the dawn of man, the progression of evolution. And so I didn't really have a title in mind yet. I suppose if you've clicked on this, you've seen that there is a title in the description. And so here I had a really loose, wacky face right here, a depressed guy. I really just let my fingers do the walking. See that? No real form to it, but I liked the way how it felt. And then I figured, well, if we're gonna go that way, let's really have it. Let's really go overboard. The progression of depression. Who knows? Maybe that's the title. You guys know better than I do. I'm just figuring this out right now. So, resizing, that's the wonderful part about computers. You can play around with it and resize. And if we're going to go with depressed, let's just go for it. Let's have a nice, wonderful, droopy, sad, depressed individual. Now, remember before when I showed you how I wanted the hand to be inside the body with like a nice silhouette of the hand in the body? Now that the hand is breaking out, you really want it out there, breaking the line of the body and really showing that he's moving forward and there's more motion and there's more depression and more degradation of his entire, physique. And so now we're going into a somersault. There's like the somersault effect where he's not just slouching anymore. He's actually going into a complete rounded, sad belly flop. And I also, with the arm, I decided that I want the arm going up near his hip or somehow. But no, I decided it had already flopped down forward in front of him and it was already like a big sad sausage. I erased the back of the line here, that his back, his spine. So now the hand is on top of him. And what I mean when I say that, I mean the arm is physically in front of his body, in front of his spine. So we've got this nice progression now, the progression of depression. And the question is, which way to go with the colors? Do I make them all different colors? I think it's better to stick with one color because it's the same guy progressing. And I like the ochre color that was in that original piece that I showed you, the old style, illustration of the dawn of man, evolution. Got to fix up all these eyes here. Got to close these gaps so that the colors stay inside. If you've used computers to draw, you'll know what I'm talking about. And so something that was bothering me was that the fact that his knee is kind of touching his forehead just a little bit. And I think what I prefer is that like either the knee is, totally sort of like crushing his head or there's a good amount of space. And so here I just want to show you that I decided to make a better amount of space between the knee and the forehead just so that everything reads nice and clearly. And here again, I've got choices now. Is this as far as I want to go? Do I want to go with the depression motif, just sad goes to sad goes to sad, or funny time? That's right. I have a choice here now to, sort of have a little contrast. We've gone with the sad system. We've gone with the depressed guys, and we could have ended it there, but I'm too much of a class clown. I got to jump in, and I got to add some sort of a contrast, some sort of a joke here. Always put the pinky out. If you're going to draw somebody holding something, it always makes it funnier and a little more playful if the pinky is sticking out like that. It's fun to get whatever the mirror or whatever the little sign is here. It's always fun to draw it in front of that pinky to show that the pinky's really out there. But I'm not going with a mirror, am I? It looks like, that's right, folks, the happiest flower in the world. He's jumping in here and he is ruining the whole party. He's ruining their sadness. Here they are. They just want to stick with what they're doing. They just want to have their lonely, depressed, sad day. And like a monkey in the wrench, our pity party is over. Why? Because it's too irresistible to waste a moment like this. I don't know about you, but I love clowning around. And if there's a moment where everything is like so incredibly somber that you can't resist, then why not go for it? Jump in there, be a clown. That Oscar Wilde quote comes to mind. I think he said, the only way to get rid of a temptation is to yield to it. So if you see a moment where you want to clown around, jump in and click subscribe and ring the bell. Thanks. See you soon.